What's up, guys? Welcome to Nick and Nick, the Insurance Dudes podcast, episode 3. Fucking stoked about this one today. I am joined by my fearless co-host, Nick Gardner, or Nick from State Farm, as he is well known. And before I let him talk, I have to give a huge shout out. So for the second year in a row, Nick's office in Dahlonega, Georgia has been voted best of, which is pretty fucking cool. You know, if you know anything about this business, it is not an easily achieved milestone to hit something like that. I don't care where you are, if there's 100 people or 100,000 people in your town. The fact that you achieve that is something spectacular. So I can just imagine this little cheer in the background. Yeah. So I'm really proud of you, man. You know, I look up to you in a lot of ways, and you really busted your ass, and I think it's well deserved. And obviously, you got a lot of people that are supporting you. So keep doing good shit. Keep it up, and congratulations, my friend.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. You know, it's hard. You know, there's probably 12, 15 different insurance agencies here in Dahlonega, and Dahlonega, the city of Dahlonega has got maybe 6,000, 7,000 people. The county has probably 35,000 people. So you figure 15 different agents that are pawing at 35,000 people, and to come out on top and only be here for I'm going up against agencies that have been here since the 30s. So imagine how big their book is. Imagine how many people that they insure here in this town, and to come in and it's been tough, but man, every single day I strive to be better than I was yesterday, whether that's through conversations that I have or personal business, whatever it is, and one day you might not be better in all of those areas, but at least in some area. And we won it last year, and I told the team, I said, now that we can't not win. Like we're not going backwards, right? Like we just have to keep this thing. And now it's a non-negotiable. Like that's the level. And I feel like if we wouldn't win one year, then we're going backwards, right? You're always moving. You're either going up or down. You're never the same, right? And so, it's very humbling as well, because it definitely takes the team in place that I have to make it happen. But then also our policyholders are people that really truly believe in and enjoy what it is that we do for them. So it's more about the team really than anything, though, man. It's not me. I mean, I'm just kind of I'm the face, I'm the spokesperson. But without that team, I can't do anything. But it's been a big week, man. That happened. I was made me happy. I was a little nervous. It actually snuck up on us, and only had about a week and a half to get all of our votes in, but we definitely pulled it out back to back.
I'd like to see you guys get a three-peat, bro.
Yeah. So how's your week going?
It's good, man. It's really good. Whether I hit my goal or not, I always believe that just staying positive and doing the right thing, even if it's going to cost me a deal, is the best thing to do. We talked about this a little while ago, and I know that planting those seeds will bring fruit for many harvests. So I'm looking forward to that, and just jamming out, man. It's push week here. So we do, the company does like a big spiff, and I'm actually feeling pretty good because I'm beating the guy that I'm going head to head against, which is cool. So
nice.
Got him by about $7,000, I think. In fact, I don't even know what he's put in. But that's neither here nor there. I just know that my name is green, his name is red. So if we do win, which it looks like we will, we'll not only hit our weekly goal within the office, I'll have attained the majority of my personal goal, and then we'll get a $5,000 like team party. So that's pretty cool.
Bam.
Yeah,
so
man.
It's funny. I the word tremendous, it brings back some great memories. So for those that have been with us on this journey from the very first episode that we did back on the New Agent podcast, I talked about my 8-year stint in the cruise industry. The first 2 years, I was actually in sales. I was a personal vacation planner. So basically think, corporate sales gig through Carnival Corporate down in Miami, and we sold cruises nationwide. We were based in Miami, but, we could sell, our hours were 11 to 8, but a lot of times if, those that left at 8, they didn't do that well. We can call people up until 9 that's Eastern, but then if it's 9 Eastern, it's only 8 Central. So I have another hour I can call Central. I have another 2 hours I can call Mountain, and 3 hours I can call Pacific, right?
Yep.
So one of my managers, we had like these teams that were in this bay, and then we had our sales coach, I believe is what they were called. It was like our direct report manager.
Mm-hmm.
And above them was a sales manager. There was a sales manager by the name of Terrell, and I love that guy. He was hard on you. I mean, like pull you into the room, recorded phone calls, and would push play. And then he's like, all right, right there, stop. Did you hear that? That was a buying signal. Why are you still talking? Close. Did they give you an objection?
Awesome.
No, close. And I mean, we put you in like a penalty box and just grind it out. But he said something to me, and it was about the word tremendous, and actually the color green. I actually happen to be wearing the color green today. But he said, I can't remember where he got it from, but anytime you see the color green, you should think to yourself, I feel tremendous.
Okay.
And that was just his gig. That was just his thing. And so if you think green, money, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Color green. So it's just stuck with me. I don't know where it comes from, where he got that from, but keep that. And every time you see the color green, think to yourself, I feel tremendous. So I've got the green, and actually, the color green in and of itself is it's like the only color that's actually soothing or calming to the eye. It's not aggressive, and your eye actually enjoys looking at the color green. So when I worked on the ships, I sat in an emerald seminar, and this person selling emeralds is talking about why emeralds are so popular, and it's because of the color green.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very soothing and calming, and your eyes actually really enjoy absorbing that color and seeing them. And so that kind of piggybacks on that green. I feel tremendous. So like we have a board in the back that we write all of our sales on and our different categories and everything. We track it monthly. Of course, your boy is green. We have everyone has a different marker color. And so I always write mine in green, right? Green money. I feel tremendous.
It's so funny you say that. I don't mean to interrupt you, but I now that I'm thinking about it, we've got these, I don't know. I think I've shown you some of the pictures of the office, but we've got these black whiteboards, so to speak. They're just glass boards, and we use these like neon colors.
Dude, I saw those in that video that Perry posted.
Yeah.
I freaking love that. And writing on the window. The window was cool, but those glass things on the wall, I was like, dude, that is genius.
We keep all we do the weekly numbers that the team does, every time somebody gets on the board. But where I'm going with it is that mine, it's funny. I involuntarily always choose green. It is my favorite color. It's the color of my eye. I don't know. But it's funny you say that, and I'm not interrupting, or I'm not ignoring you. If you keep seeing my eyes trail over here, it's because I'm managing the appointments for Facebook today. So
no, you're fine.
I gotta stay on that. But yeah, man, that's funny because I know we talked about like the behavior analysis or the behavior analytics of people and why they do things, and that's kind of funny when you think about that, what the color can do and what it triggers for you. And I love the word tremendous. That's a fucking awesome word.
So think about it now. Every time you see the color green, I feel tremendous. It's a very powerful, I feel tremendous.
I got to buy some more green clothing then.
Yeah. I mean, I do that. There's actually certain things that I'll wear if I know that I have like an in-person, I'll wear certain colors or certain things that are, I'm weird like that. I mean, I feel like that, sales is a lot about psychology and understanding what makes people tick and what, and wearing certain things, whether it's, a certain cut of a shirt or like a button down versus a polo or just whatever. I mean, there's, personally, when I see green, I think I feel tremendous. And so today I was actually, went to a pretty cool event. It's for our, Congressman Doug Collins was in town today. Nice. And our state senator Gooch invited me to this event that they had for him. And I wanted to go in feeling really good about myself. And so I saw my freaking green shirt today. I thought, man, I'm going to wear this thing and walk around feeling tremendous all day.
Nice.
And
Nice.
so here we are.
I wish I had that same mindset when I woke up this morning. I woke up at 4:40 to be at the gym this morning, and I kind of just like threw stuff together. And then when I got to the gym, I looked at my shirt and I was like, I didn't even fucking iron my shirt today. I was like, I feel like a douchebag, but it's okay. You know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, that's all right.
had to get
It's all
back to the
good.
gym too, but that's really cool, man. That being able to be a part and to not just be a part of something like that, but being in the environment to connect with those type of people is huge, dude. And there's so much influence there that's got to be awesome.
There's a lot. And yeah, it's cool. Kind of piggybacking on, the best of thing or just getting your name out there. And really it's your brand, it's your reputation. And those of us that were invited, they sought us out because of our reputation in town. And, Doug Collins is wanting our vote. And so really today, he was there and, he's on his campaign and he was telling us, things that he plans on doing and, things that he's done in the past. And, asked for us to, utilize our reputation and represent him. And
Absolutely.
it was actually really empowering, to think about, these gentlemen are here and, there's some pretty high profile people and they're relying upon us and the reputations that we've established in the local community to go forth and do that. And, I've always enjoyed being a part of something bigger than myself. And I've got to say, State Farm has the people that have been before me in this organization. I'm really not riding their coattails, but really standing on their shoulders of what they've done the past decades until I've jumped into this thing. 'Cause, I mean, you walk into a room and everyone, oh, you're State Farm agent. Wow, okay, cool. Yeah. I mean, it's just a very like a noble profession what we're in insurance, and then just with the company that I'm fortunate enough to be partnered with. It's a really cool thing, man. It really is.
Yeah, you have a huge brand behind you, and that is just super cool, man. You're very fortunate for that, and I mean, I think it reinforces when you get to go to an event like what you did today, and you get to not only talk about who you are, present yourself, but you also get to say that backing. It just everybody thinks of there's that khakis and the red shirt that everybody associates it with, and that's I know it sounds silly, but you get to do that. That's really cool. Sorry, I didn't mean to go off. I getting all these messages. I gotta.
That's fine. It's good, man. Set those appointments. Will you sell something, please?
That's what we're doing, man. Well, this one isn't for me. This one's going to be for Jamie because it's look, man. I mean, that's the thing. I'm privileged to have this opportunity to manage this stuff, and the fact that Perry and Jamie in this office they put that trust in me is cool. And whether it might be distracting and sometimes it might not be, it's still really cool to see. And we talk about the crazy analytics and all those appointments, man, they get crazy. And dude, the internet's got some crazy people, some crazy people.
So I'll tell you this. I've had some in the past, I've had some team members and things didn't quite go the way that they planned. And, we unfortunately parted ways and I really took it personal. And it's like, I saw in them, I've been doing this for a while now and not just the agency thing, but, just working in general, like life experience. Right. And I've had some younger people come through here and they genuinely had it. They really did. And what was frustrating is they didn't see it in themselves. And, for whatever reason, I got bogged down with this, bogged down with that. I only put things on people when I know that they can actually handle it and they've got what it takes. And so I think that actually speaks volumes to you that being that you're so new in it, but also they see the value that you bring to the table that you can not only there's some people that you probably work with that they can maybe just barely manage getting their 9K a day or getting their sales in. But on top of you getting your 9K a day and your sales that you have, your goals that you have to hit, you also are tasked with this whole other project over here, which is really could be a full-time job as well. So I think that, it might seem arduous throughout the day in and day out. And, kind of like it's this extra project that you're babysitting, but in the long run, that will pay off for you. And I do think that speaks a lot to the person that you are, your work ethic, and what they see in you. And that's why you're doing it. It might seem like a pain in the ass now, but
Yeah.
I'm telling you, all that extra, and I've told you, be willing to do what others won't so that you can live the life that others don't.
Yep. You're absolutely right,
And
man.
it sucks. Sometimes it just does suck, but at the end of the day, it's going to put you in, it's basically preparing you for later down the road.
Yeah.
Because as you grow and develop, you're going to have more responsibility. You know, you're going to have to do more than just sell, right? Like I imagine Perry, a dude does a lot in addition to just selling, right? Just from knowing like that, you know, being an agency owner myself, like I know what it takes to, one, get the sales in every day, make your phone calls and your touches, but then two, all the back office stuff that it takes to manage to run your
Mhm.
constant recruiting, your constant marketing. I mean, you're going in, you know, politicking, as I call it. Um, but yeah, man. So that's awesome though. I mean, hopefully you see some business out of it too, right?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, look, that's, I'm not gonna, we'll go too deep into the ins and outs of it, but yeah, so to your point, it does show a lot that they've taken that, or they've taken me and put me in this position. And from a growth standpoint, it really allows me to, I guess, really grow my craft or perfect the way that I speak to people. And you talk about is a psychology game, and Perry has a very specific way in which he has every conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, if you aren't sure of what you're supposed to say, you better go ask, because if you come off as that you're not Perry or Jamie, or at least you're not delivering that message, and somebody goes and leaves a bad review, man, we live and die off those reviews. It's you do the same. I mean, people vote for you because they trust you. Well, we do a lot of our stuff through Facebook, and if we get bad reviews or people say things that, they didn't take care of me, then we get that rap, and then nobody wants to work with us, and then we don't have food on our tables, and we've all got families to feed. You know what I mean? So, and I appreciate that, because the words, because I tell you that it is sometimes a very arduous task, but because I know that they do look at me in a different light, in the sense of, okay, I trust him with this. I mean, we put X amount of dollars into it, so it has to be X. There has to be so much fruit that comes from it. So
Mm-hmm.
to know that I'm helping not only myself, but also other people in this office eat, really does make me feel good. And, yes, I do see benefits from it, right? I do get, not necessarily to cherry pick the leads, because that's a bad way to put it. But, if something comes in, then a lot of the times, if I haven't hit my goal, if I haven't had as many leads as Perry thinks I should, I get more. And that's good, And so, in fact, I've got one I got to do today with him tonight. And he, every week we have to go through and we have to pitch with him. And that's just like your boy. What was his name?
Ethan.
Tramal? No, not the guy that works with you. The guy that was in the cruise ship, or in the cruise business, that talked about Tremendous. What was the guy's name?
Oh,
Coach
Terrell.
Rel. That, it's all about the whole iron sharpens iron. And what Perry does is he walks around a lot, and he carries markers. He writes on stuff, and if you're not saying something you're supposed to be saying, you're gonna get a marker thrown at you, and that's real. He will throw markers at you all day. So, anyways, yeah, man, it's an interesting beast what we do, and you have your branding and your the media behind you with State Farm, and there's so much behind that. And I kind of would look at what Perry does and what Derek does and what US Health Group does for us, and it's not necessarily the same, but because we're independent, so it's we have to operate a little bit differently.
Right.
But it's all about recognition, and Perry's got one hell of a signature, so to speak. I mean, he's a very unique person.
Yeah, and you got to leverage that. I mean, you have to use that to your advantage, and it's what sets you apart. Like, to me, I don't know any other way to go about it. Anything else would just be ungenuine. I don't want to be anyone else. I want to be myself. And what do they say? Be yourself. Everyone else is taken, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah. Well, I'm not worried about anybody else's superpowers. I'm worried about mine.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
That's what. Yeah, that's crazy.
So hey, have you speaking of 9K a day, are you hitting your goals? Are you selling anything, or what's the deal? We just talking about making money, or are you making money this week? You
Well,
keeping the lights on?
Today, I've done pretty well this week. I haven't hit I actually upped my commit this week. So normally I would, for the week, I would want to put in 28K, right? So 9K a day for me is pretty what I aim for. Don't always hit it, but I'd rather aim high and miss than aim low and hit. And I upped it to 35 this week, and I'm not there yet. That's okay, but I do have 2 more phone calls. In fact, I just got a confirmation for one at 5, so that's going to be good. And it's an old friend of ours that we both know, so it's kind of cool.
Oh, cool.
See, man.
Nice.
What about you? How's everything going in your office? Tell me. I know you got this new guy Ethan that's coming and crushing it, and that's always good to hear. So,
Man, listen, we're gonna have to get this guy on the podcast. He is so backstory: 22, just graduated in May, was working at a local restaurant here in town, El Jimador, and applied. I give everyone a personality test for sales. It's called CTS. Can they sell? Actually,
interesting.
I'll have to send you an invite for you to take it, and it'll be interesting to see how you score on there.
Okay.
And we can talk about that more later as far as like what we look for and the different characteristics. But in a nutshell, what it's gauging is anyone can tell you that they can sell, but in reality, probably 2 to 3 people out of 10 can actually sell. And it's not a knock on anyone. It's how how your DNA is wired and how your brain thinks. Like how you think and I feel like are probably pretty similar how we would go about our day, but depending upon your personality type, how you communicate, how you relate to people, it gauges the 2 things that it gauges is your ego drive. So the drive that you have to want to see yourself succeed, and then your empathy, which is your ability to relate to people. So the more drive you have, the more you can relate to people, the better you're going to be at sales, right? So if you're an introvert and can't relate to people and you don't really care to succeed, you just kind of want to go in and like do this job and like just kind of this mundane, like whatever, then you're not going to be good at sales. So he came in and he didn't test the best, but he left me with one line, and I've known it because just from being in the business for a while. But he basically told me he's never been uncomfortable being uncomfortable. And that resonated with me. And he said, basically, man, I've never done a sales thing before. I don't know anything about insurance. I'm young. I'm 22. I've still my parents' auto policy. He's never bought a home, so he doesn't have homeowners insurance. But he said, there's one thing I can tell you is I've never been uncomfortable being uncomfortable. So I'm willing to just go at it and jump in and just learn as much as I can. And I love learning. And I thought, man, whatever he scored on that test is close enough. And I loved his energy. There was something about him. And so, man, he has jumped in. He's got, I want to say he's on pace this month to produce enough that a tenured, like multi-year team member would produce. I mean, I think he's got like 20 applications on the board this month.
That's good, dude. Real good.
Yeah, but not only that, like financial services, like he's got some life insurance in there. He's got some, health policies in there. And man, I just love his energy so much. He's just so young and so green. Like doesn't know what he doesn't know, right? He's just new to all of this. And what's crazy is it's just like, I'm like, here, go say this. Okay. He just goes and says it. And he's seeing the success, but he has that drive, and he's always on the phone, just always very assertive, very like, I don't think he's ever once told me, hey, I don't know how to do this. Can you show me? He's always come to me and said, hey, I've checked this resource. I've checked this resource. I can't find it. I'm at a crossroads right here. Like I'm stuck, and I'm like, man, awesome. All right, let's go and figure it out. But yeah, so some takeaways there, assertiveness, be assertive. Don't be afraid to make mistakes, and that's what I love about this kid. He is not afraid. And I tell everyone, when they're brand new, I'm like, look, there's nothing that you can fuck up that we can't unfuck.
Yes, you said
right?
that to me one of the first times we talked, and that blew that. I love that line.
Yes. Yes. There's literally nothing out there that you could do aside from like, okay, I'm going to sell you auto insurance and not like applying the payment and not writing a policy. But there's nothing that you can't, that you're going to do that we can't go back and change. So just work with that just reckless abandon. Just go at it, you know? And he's got it. And obviously there's some growing pains, you know, there's some mistakes that get made here and there, but you know, those are learning lessons, man. My style is different. I really try to empower the team from literally day one. You know, I don't want them telling anyone that they're new. I don't want them to use the fact that they're new as a crutch.
Yeah.
Being that the fact that they're a licensed insurance agent in the state of Georgia, they know more than everyone they're talking to.
Yep. Yep. Remember, you told me this before. You have the license. You drive.
You drive.
Yeah, man.
And we just had a meeting this morning, and I was telling my new girl, Katie, about that. And you know, you could still think that you're new in the industry and not, you know that much, and maybe not have that confidence. But still, you hold a license. You know more than the other person you're talking to.
Yep.
So act like it.
Exactly.
Own it, you know? And so yeah, so he's doing well. He's got, I think he's sold like 2 or 3 policies today, insured a house, a couple cars. Yeah, man, tell you what, I've gone through some young team members, you know, 21, 22 college students, fresh out of college. This is like their first big kid job.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes against everything that I've perceived to date with that younger generation. I mean, he really breaks that mold when you think about, you know, kind of the knock on the, you know, Generation Z or the millennial. You know, technically you and I are millennials.
Yeah. Well, no, we're Gen Z, or was it Gen X? Is that what it is? What's the one between? Because dude, it's not.
There's millennial, then Gen Z, then I think that the youngest ones now, I think they sort of like alpha or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. It's all weird to me, but
yeah.
you know, I think you and I are blessed with. We still remember remember in high school, we didn't have cell phones.
Nope.
I was driving at 16. I was driving at 16 without a cell phone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you just remembered everyone's number, right?
Yeah, dude. I was talking to one of the girls that we went to high school with, Jenna Lau. I was talking to her about health insurance the other day, and I was like, you know, you realize that you were one of the first. In fact, you're the first girl that I ever got caught on the telephone with at like 2 a.m. because my mom could actually pick up the landline in the other room and be like, "What are you fucking doing on the phone?" Like, dude, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Jenna, I didn't know you would talk to Jenna like that, dude.
Oh, just over Facebook stuff. I mean, nothing serious.
Yeah. No. Back in the day.
Back in the day, yeah. Well, no, I don't really think it was anything like that, but it was we were definitely talking. But yeah, she's super cool.
You know, high school conversation type stuff.
I know, man. It was cool, but yeah, I know we're running about almost 30 minutes here. I don't want to keep everybody too long, as much as we both.
What?
Yeah, I know, it's crazy, right? It's wild, dude. Obviously, you guys that are watching, you know that we can get on a tangent here, because it felt like it was 15 minutes to me, and I'm looking down at my timer. It says 28 minutes and 35 seconds.
Dang.
So, yeah, we've been chucking, and I know you got a hot date tonight with your lady friend, and I've got a call in about 15 minutes. So I'm gonna let you close us out. I'll just say thank you guys for paying attention and you know, being here and joining us, and I hope you guys continue to follow this journey, because for us, this is a lot of fun. We love to connect with like-minded individuals and be able to share our experiences. And, you know, I ask you guys to enjoy the ebbs and flows of what we're doing, because this is new for us and we're perfecting the craft. So thank you for your time, Nick, and I'll keep my mouth shut.
Hey, real quick though, I know that we want to get some guests on the podcast, and potentially next week we might have a pretty stellar guest. But do stay tuned, because we plan to grow this thing so that it's not just Nick and Nick.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, we'll be the hosts, but we want to bring some more subject matter experts on different fields and really give, you know, their insight and input in their specific field. Whereas I feel like you and I both, we kind of like do it all, whether it's marketing, branding, sales, you know, management, social media. We do it all, but then I think, I definitely want to bring in some people who specialize in different fields, or also just some heavy hitters who are killing it in life, who have, just hustled, grinded, and got themselves to a really cool position. And we'd really like to hear their stories. So y'all be sure to tune in. Every week it'll be something new, just off the cuff, whether it's just a check-in and a quick phone call or podcast video session, or we might have a guest speaker, and we'll definitely, I think we should try to, throughout the week, leading up to, try to give a hint, or let everyone know, hey, this week we will be featuring. So y'all stick around for that. But definitely, like Nick said, thank you for watching. Thanks for joining us on this journey. Be sure you like and subscribe. Join the group, comment, engage. We want to talk to y'all. If you are interested in getting on the podcast, or have any questions that you'd like answered, definitely reach out and let us know. But thank you once again for joining us. Y'all have an awesome day, an awesome weekend. And remember, when you see green, you feel tremendous.
Yes, sir.
See you guys.
Later, guys.